Everyone, my name is Himanshu Karole. Our team name is Achiever. We have built this AI CFO project for upcoming FTLE, which mainly solve the problem like GST reports, overview, the management, the generating bills and invoices with the help of AI system for all tasks.
So hello everyone, myself Himanshu Kumre, a team member of Achievers. So we built a web application named TaxShield AI, which helps business to automate GST invoice processing, ensure tax compliance, detecting financial fraud, and gain the actionable financial insight through AI-powered analytics. The problems solved by TaxShields are manual GST invoice processing, GST compliance error, lack of financial visibility, difficulty in detecting the fraudulent transaction, and time consuming in financial reporting. So let's continue. First of all, there is a login credential page. So we have to log with your, you can continue with the Google account or you can create your account. So I am continuing with my Google account, clicking on the dark mode. This is the overview financial analytic page, which gives you the overall overview of the financial reports. These are total API card, total expenses, net profit, GST collected, GST paid, compliance score, fraud risks, and portfolio value. The following charts show the revenue trend throughout the year, the expense category, and GST distribution, fraud cases, and portfolio allocation. Here are the all menus. The second one is invoices. Here we can manage the all invoices, or we can also add the invoice or create the invoice here by adding customer name, items, by adding customer name, customer GST number, product quantity and their rate MRP and GST percentage. Also we can export a file or an invoice here. By clicking the invoice file, we can see the how it generated the output. Here is the all reports of the invoices. The second page is invoice analyzer. Here we can upload the invoice. Here we can upload a GST invoice and it gives this and it gives it summary. As you see, it's analyzing this report. So here he created its summary. There's invoice number, vendor name, buyer name, vendor GST number, total amount, total tax paid, and date. It also gives the risk analysis. Missing buyer GST raises concern about the validity of the transaction, and GST calculation show potential discrepancy. There are some recommendations over here. Obtain and verify the buyer GST for the compliant, review GST calculation and etc. which are necessary for the invoices. Next one menu is expenses. Here we can see the all expenses and bills. Here is the monthly expense trend. Here are the all bill of expenses. As you see, you can search here the expenses type. You see CA's fees. You can see the CA's fees for the Adani Industries, Larsen. You can see the CA's fees for the various vendor and categories. The next one menu is GST compliance. Here you can monitor and resolve the GST compliance issues. If the GST compliance score is 73%, which is a healthy, a critical issues are 12, warnings are 9s, and resolve are 10. It can give you the notification to issues such as bill addressing does not match with the GST number, tax calculation does not match declared GST rate, HSN SAC code, which is the GST code, and all the notifications are here. The next one menu is fraud detection, from which we can monitor the fraud and risk assessment. The total cases are 20, open cases are 7, high critical are 8, and average risk score are 50 out of 100. The most cases are fact GST number. We have the here is severity distribution. We have the maximum number of medium risk types. Here is a list of case issues. The next one is the investment tracker, which helps to analyze the tracking. The total investment is a 10 crore, current value is 11 crore, and total returns are 1 crore, the 10% of that value, and active holdings are 88%. Here you can see the portfolio allocation, the fixed deposits, stocks, SIP, bonds, and mutual funds, and you can see the top performers of the total allocation of portfolio. Here you can see the all investment. We also add a AI financial assistant to ask about your queries and your answers. As we ask, what is the total revenue of this year? So it gives me the answer based on the financial data. The total is a total revenue of 17 crore, with a total expense of 2 crores and net profit of 1.5 crores. And the GST collected per year is a 2.8 crores. Total invoices generated 100, drafts are 6, cancelled and 17, and overdue are 24. So here it generates all its summaries. The next one menu is reports, from which we can show the profit and loss trend or month-wise revenue, expense and profits. Here we can also see the GST, expense and fraud reports. We can also put these reports for the further use. The next one, the profile, where you can add your business details, GST number, business type and your locations as well as your phone number. Thank you for watching our video.